Honestly, 80% of the time in that place, they were just using me to fetch water.
This is for my lady. I'm a fella she's not a ghost you. Oh, the way that you move on my.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, you're welcome, and if you're returning, you're welcome as well. So today I decided to just do a get ready with me and talk to you guys about something I promised to talk to you guys about ever since last year, but then I just haven't gotten time to record this video. This is just like a 2 years or like 3 years yeah, it's like a 3 years life update. And yeah, I just spoke to you guys about everything that has been going on with me, because somebody left a comment and said I need to be more interactive with you guys and more open, so I just decided to do this video. And yeah, I'm going to be doing my makeup while I'm talking, even though I didn't do the whole of my makeup. Make sure you give this video a like if you like videos like this and you want to see more videos like this, and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think of this look. If you like this hair that I'm wearing, it's from Clay Hair on AliExpress. I'm going to leave the link down in the description bar below. And yeah, let's get right into this video. So hey guys, I believe I've done my intro by now, and I just went ahead to do my brows just because I can't really talk while I'm doing my brows. I'm going to be talking in this video and doing my makeup. I wouldn't really be telling you guys what I'm doing. You guys see me do this all the time, only if I'm using something new. So yeah, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Orange Corrector just to correct the dark spots on my face. So somebody left a comment a while ago in my video and said, oh Sarah, you're not so interactive with us and you need to be more interactive. And about 2 people replied the comment and agreed with them, with her rather. And in my head I was like, what do you mean by interactive? Because I mean, I drop my vlogs and I let you guys in on some parts of my life, so I feel like I'm kind of interactive. But then I feel like she had a point to some extent. So yeah, and I remember last year when I did my last get ready with me, I told you guys that I was going to do another video telling you guys about how the last 2 years have been for me, but then I never really got to upload that video or even record that video. That's just because I never really got myself to record the video actually. So yeah, so this video is just going to be me talking about like my last 2 years, how, okay, I'll say from 2016 till now. It's just like a mini life update. I'm just going to cut everything and make it, I don't know, more like a story time while I do my makeup and whatever. And in case you're wondering, my hair is from Clay Hair. I'm going to leave all the details to this hair in the description bar below. So the main point of me talking about this is, it's because like in that video it was a life update. I'm trying so hard to talk and do my makeup, I always find myself stopping. It was like a life update video, and I was just telling you guys that I just got into school by that time, because I haven't been in school for about, I hadn't rather before now, I hadn't been in school for about 2.5 years, about 2 years and some months. Yeah, I'll just say 2.5 years. So it was just me telling you guys how it was for me and everything. So first of all, if you're in Nigeria, or rather if you're in Nigeria, and you probably know about JAM, what JAM is. I wrote JAM 3 times. Yeah, I wrote JAM 3 times and I never used it because I never got accepted into any Nigerian university. Okay, I forgot to prime my face. Wow. I really don't know where to start from in this story. Okay, I graduated school in 2016, and when I graduated, I graduated with the dream of becoming a medical doctor. But then deep down, I wanted to study aviation, or rather at first I wanted to study aviation because my father was a pilot and the dream was always to become a pilot like him. But then a lot of things happened, stuff changed. I lost my dad, and you know, my mom is in the medical line, she's a nurse. And then you know how mothers are now. She would always tell me, oh, if you know how it was with your dad, if you want to be a wife, if you want to get married and have time for your family, aviation is not the best choice for you. So she convinced me, and I changed to medicine. So I want to be a doctor now. I knew that I really didn't want to be a doctor, but then I just tried to convince myself that I wanted to be a doctor. I love children. If you know me, you know that I love children so much. So the dream was to become a pediatrician. So I graduated school, and I had a good result. I didn't fail any subject. I passed all my subjects, and I applied for university in Nigeria, in Kaduna. I'm from Kaduna State. ABU University, ABU Zaria, ABU University. I applied for there, and I applied for medicine. We had connections, because to get to school in Nigeria you need connections, whether you like it or not. You need connections, honestly. I'm going to try to make this story as brief as possible, just because I don't want this video to be too long. So I applied for ABU, and I didn't get the admission. The cutoff mark was, I think, 250 or 245 or 270 something for medicine. But then my JAM score was like, what was my JAM score? I think I got 218 or 217. It wasn't up to the cutoff mark. And yeah, so we had connections, and it was like, oh, in Nigeria, if you have connections, you're going to get admission. So we had connections and everything. So it was like, oh, I'm going to get into university with my connections. The first list came out, my name was not there. Second list came out, my name was not there. So I didn't go to school that year. And then another list was to come out the next year, January. That was 2017. My name was still not in that list. They just kept on giving me hope and giving me and telling me of how I was going to get the admission. I shouldn't worry, blah blah blah. So I wasn't really bothered about that. And 2016 was the time I started my YouTube channel, because I actually loved makeup since from secondary school. So I started my YouTube channel. I wasn't serious with it. I was really shy. I was always worried about, oh, what would this person say, what would people say, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. So my mom actually made me upload my first video. So that was going on. I didn't want to tell anybody I had a YouTube channel, because I was so embarrassed about it, because I thought it would be like, oh. So it hadn't really dawned on me that I wasn't in school, because I was still living my life. But then I started getting tired of home at that point. And yeah, so fast forward to 2017. Okay, yeah, 2017. And then there was nursing school. I applied for nursing school, and I think I was too young for it, because I graduated at the age of 16. I graduated from secondary school at the age of 16. I was too young, but then like I wrote the exams and I passed. So I was like smart, but then I was too young. Not so smart too, not very smart, but then you know what I mean. So it is so hard to talk and do my makeup. So that was happening, and then I started getting so tired of home. I was doing my makeup. I started learning makeup. I didn't go to makeup school. I was self-taught. I would always be on my phone learning makeup. So that was what I was using that time for. Then I also went to a salon, and I was trying to learn how to do hair. That's like fixing hair. I actually learned how to fix hair and make wigs there. But then I stayed there for about a month, and honestly 80% of the time in that place they were just using me to fetch water, and they would send me down, and it was like, it was on the second floor. They would always send me down to go and fetch water for them. Every time I'm fetching water, I was learning, but then 80% of the time I was there, I was honestly just working for them. And the woman she didn't like the place being dirty when there are customers, so I would always sweep. I was like a house girl there. I told my mom I can't, and I left that place. But then I learned from there, thankfully. But then I had to leave. I just couldn't continue. And then I started getting tired, and everybody was going to school, everybody was getting admission, only me. The second year came, I wrote JAMB again, I passed, but then I still didn't reach the cutoff mark for medicine. So at this point I'm tired, I'm getting frustrated, I'm crying, because everybody, and honestly the main reason why I used to cry and be sad was because everybody was in school and I wasn't in school. and my mom would always tell me there's a reason for everything, just be patient, blah blah blah. Yeah, my sister was in a private school. She was in Babcock University, but then it was almost like I couldn't go to a private school because medicine in private schools in Nigeria is very expensive, so I can't go to a private school and study medicine. So I was just there. There was this scholarship thing of people going abroad to study medicine. I applied for it, I got it, but then I live in the north. I'm from the north, but then I'm not Muslim. So we were about 10, I think, and we were 10. We're like 15, and we were like 3 Christians. So we got the admission and everybody was excited, but then when we got our admission letters, we realized that it was an Islamic university, and my mom was like, no, you're not going to an Islamic university. There's no way you're going to an Islamic university just because you want a scholarship or anything. So I declined that. At this point, I was like, do you know what, I just want to go to school, I don't care. So this was 2017. Fast forward to 2018. That was when I was doing my makeup on my YouTube at this point, but 2018 I started like actually taking my makeup so seriously, and I was making videos. At this point I would still be sad that I wasn't to school and everything, but then I started taking my makeup seriously and I was making videos and doing all of this, and everything was happening. You know, there was a time that I got a screenshot from a friend, and it was a screenshot from a group chat where they were talking, and somebody was like, oh, and the funny thing was that these people were my juniors in secondary school. They were like, oh, hey, oh, I heard Sarah dropped out of school for makeup. And then like some people in the group were laughing, like, why would somebody drop out of school for makeup? Then somebody was like, oh, she's probably making a lot of money from it, blah blah blah. And then there was another chat, like people liked me. Or the funny thing was that these people would talk about these things with are people that were my friends or people that cared about me. And at this period I lost a lot of friends. It was kind of a big deal to other people or what, but then as time went on, it was really not a big deal to me. Like, I'm not in school and here, so what? And then as I was saying about the other screenshot, it was this one. The funny thing was that this person was somebody that would always like support me and say, oh Sarah, you're doing amazing, I love your videos, blah blah blah. And then she was like, somebody, like the person she was chatting with asked, oh, when is Sarah going to school, or has Sarah gotten admission, blah blah blah. And then she was like, no, that one won't go to school, she's busy at home doing makeup at B. And then she laughed about it and stuff. And then all these little things would always get to me, because it was almost like certain people would laugh about it and all. But then my sister would always talk to me and tell me that all these things are happening for a reason. And the funny thing is that these people that are even in school, oh, have they achieved anything? Okay, yes, they're in school, but what have they achieved for themselves, or what have they done for themselves? Like, I wouldn't say I was so successful, but then at least I was doing something with myself, right? Yeah. So 2018, this is 2018, yeah. I wrote JAMB again, and at this point it was like, okay, medicine wasn't working, we're going for something else. I started applying for my sister's school, which was Babcock University, and I was applying for, oh, what course was I applying for? How can't I remember? I think was it psychology? I can't really remember, but then I'll write it, I'll go and check. It got to the point that I was like going for anything I want, anything that should come. It was like, let me just do and go to school, please. It was more of a what people think thing. But then yeah, so all this was happening, and this was the point that I would say I started getting a bit successful in my makeup thing. Like, I was getting noticed, I was getting invited for events and everything, and things were just falling in place at this point. I would say last year was like the best year of my life. And And then boom, I didn't want to go to school again. It was actually serious. Like, it sounds like a joke, but then I didn't want school again. Like, I didn't want to go to school because I saw that I could be at home and make videos, do what I love, and get recognition and get invited for events, and I would get makeup jobs. Like, in a day I would make, okay, I wouldn't say how much, but then I'll make a reasonable amount that I didn't really have to depend and ask for money, and everything was just kind of falling in place. And at this point I didn't want to go to school again, so I wasn't even stressing. Right, jam, okay, all right, no problem. And I actually did something so stupid. It was so bad that I didn't want to go to school. I did something so stupid that I feel stupid for doing it. But then I was supposed to go and register for post-UME for ABU still, and then no, it was for University of Jos this time around. And because I didn't want to go to school, I went to the place. I actually didn't even go to the place for the registration. I just went there, and then I came back and said, oh, registration has closed, blah blah blah. And they told me to, they're like, oh, okay, I should just register for ABU again. And I went there and I did not do the registration. I just came back and said, oh yeah, I've done the registration. So that this was all so that when the results should come out, my name won't be there, and to be like, oh, I wasn't in school, I didn't get the admission again, and I'll have an excuse to stay at home because I was seeing how everything was falling in place. So at this point I was just being really stupid, I would say, honestly. And yeah, fast forward to, okay, this is still 2018, and somehow China got in the picture, and I applied for school here in China and I got the admission. And my mom was like, you know what, we can't really depend on Nigerian schools again, let me just go to school, blah blah blah. I was kind of excited about it, but at the same time it was like everything was going so well back at home, and they just want me to leave and come here where I don't know anybody, or I basically know like nobody, and start my life here just because of school. It was like, nah, I don't want this. I'm not sure I want this. Like, I actually even told my mom how I didn't want to go to school, and I told her of what I did. But then this was after I got like admission and everything, and she didn't shout at me or anything. If I had told her when I did it, that was when she would probably change it for me. But then at this point she was just like, oh yes, everything is working out good, but then you need to go to school, blah blah blah. You're in Nigeria, you're not in any other country, you're in Nigeria, so you basically need education for everything in Nigeria. Being successful in Nigeria is like, you go to school, get your degree, when you're done you go and keep your degree or your certificate and everything, and then come and hustle like somebody that didn't go to school, honestly, before you can be successful. And yeah, everything was just happening, and I ended up in China, and now I'm in school. So coming to China, life here is very different. Life is very, very different. So imagine going from that to here. And if you don't know something about China, China is, you're not allowed to work in China. Like if you plan to come to China or to study or for masters, yeah, that's study too, just know that you're not allowed to work as a foreigner in China, except like you have a working visa or something, but then you're not allowed to work here as a foreigner. But then people do it illegally, of course, but then you're not allowed. If you get caught, you're going to be sent back to your country. I'm not ready to go back home yet because I'm Nigerian. Yeah, so going from that to coming to China, and I can't really do anything like work or anything. And I do hair, I do makeup, but the problem is that in my school, 95% of the foreigners here are boys. So when I came to this school, in my class we were just 2 girls. We were just 2 girls for September intake. We're just 2 girls in a class of like 60 boys. So imagine how that was for me. So who am I going to do makeup for? Who am I going to do hair for? How am I going to get money? Because I basically didn't know anybody, and all the girls I knew were like far away from me. They were like 1 hour 30 minutes away from me and everything. But then eventually I got used to this place, and up till now I don't always get a lot of bookings because there are barely any girls in my school. But then I still do it. Like people would come all the way, or I would go. Anyone. My lace is lifting. I hope you guys can see this though. People would come or I would go. Anyone. And God has just been good. But transitioning from that to this hasn't really been easy, and it gets very lonely here. It gets so lonely, honestly, knowing that you have a problem and you can't really, you know what I mean. I just want people to know that what you people see on social media is always just the good parts of people's lives, or like the exciting parts. I wouldn't come on social media and tell you guys when I'm crying about something or when I'm sad about something. I wouldn't do that. But then I'll only put parts of when I'm happy or when I'm having fun or whatever. So you should just know that it's not always all fun and games. So yeah, this year actually started off quite bad, not so good, but then it is getting better. I know that one day I'm going to look back, and you know, all these things are not going to matter anymore. They're in the past. And another thing was that, like, my engagement on Instagram was going down, my engagement on YouTube was going down. I wasn't even uploading because I didn't have time to upload because I came late. I came like 4 weeks late, so I had to catch up and do everything. I was adding weight. I was lonely. This school is so lonely. I was lonely, and everything was just not going so well. But then I'm out of that space now, and I feel like I'm still trying to adapt to this place, honestly. I've been blessed with some people in my life, one person especially in my life, that has been so supportive and so nice, and yo, I've been blessed, yeah. And I know that I'm still adapting to this place. It's going to get better. Yeah, so the moral of this is that everything happens for a reason. I feel like everything happens for a reason. And whatever it is you're going through, or whatever it is that seems like it's going bad, just know that it's for a reason. I feel like if I didn't stay at home for like 2 years, I wouldn't know a lot of things that I know now. I wouldn't know how to do makeup. I wouldn't know how to do hair. I wouldn't have grown to the point I am in now in my YouTube, my beauty blogging career, whatever. Even though I haven't gone so far, but then I wouldn't have gotten as far as I have come. And I didn't really go in details about everything, but then I feel like I summarized everything. But just know that what I went through that time when I wasn't in school and it was bothering me, made me push away a lot of people. I pushed people away, honestly. I didn't want to talk to anybody because it was like when you talk to somebody, next thing they're asking is, oh, how far with school? And it was like, you're out of the way, we're not talking to you. Like, why are you talking about school? But then I just needed to understand that not everybody had a bad intention. Some people really cared, but then because of like the other people, what I had heard other people say, I let it like make me think that everybody else was thinking the same thing, or everybody else was finding it funny or whatever. But it wasn't like that. And I would say whatever it is you're going through is for a reason. Just know that God has a reason for everything you go through, and He's going to get you out of it. At that period made me get closer to God, honestly, because I needed a lot of things, so it made me pray more. And yeah, it made me learn a lot of things. I feel like I kind of, not like I saw life, but then if I had gone to uni the first year, this is just for me, I'm not talking for anybody, but this is just for me. I feel like if I had gone to uni the first year, I would have made a lot of stupid decisions that I would regret today. I kind of, will I say, I kind of became a little bit more mature before I came to uni, and I'm very grateful for that. And I feel like that was something I needed. to happen for me. So yeah, that's just my story. Let me know if you guys want more talk through videos like this of me updating you guys and telling you guys. If you guys have any questions for me, you can ask them in the description bar, in the comment section below. Just ask me questions. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and finish my makeup and I'll be back to end this video. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I didn't really go in depth because I didn't want this video to be too long, and yeah, but then I feel like I talked about everything I needed to. Yeah, I feel like I spoke about everything I needed to. If you guys have any questions for me, leave them in the comment section below. If you have any video ideas on videos you would like to see, or if you want me to do more videos like this, let me know in the comment section below. And let me know what you think of this look. If you want to see like a full tutorial, I put like a snippet or like a short video on Instagram, so you guys should follow me on Instagram and watch that video too. Like I said, this hair is from Clay Hair. This is their Malaysian straight hair. I have in 226 inches, 124 inches, and a 20-inch frontal. So yeah, I'm also going to leave the link of this hair in the description bar below, and I'm going to leave a list of everything I used. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
Oh, the way that you move on my thing, girl, it feels so good. Today or tonight or tomorrow, I'll have you call.